Subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon, to never miss a video from us. Hi everyone, welcome to Test Prep Training. In this video you will learn about some commonly asked questions in Microsoft 365 messaging. So let's get started. Question number 1. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization that contains 200 mailboxes. You need to add a second email address to each mailbox. The address must have a syntax that uses the first letter of each user's last name, followed by the user's first name, and then at fabricam.com. Solution. You convert all the mailboxes to shared mailboxes, and then you run the set mailbox complete and specify the email address policy enabled $false parameter. Does this meet the goal? Your options are A. Yes. B. No. The correct answer is option B. And here is the explanation of the answer. Question number 2. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization that contains 200 mailboxes. You need to add a second email address to each mailbox. The address must have a syntax that uses the first letter of each user's last name, followed by the user's first name, and then at fabricam.com. Solution. You create an email address policy that uses the %1s%g at fabricam.com email address format. Does this meet the goal? Your options are A. Yes. B. No. The correct answer is option B. Question number 3. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization that contains 200 mailboxes. You need to add a second email address to each mailbox. The address must have a syntax that uses the first letter of each user's last name, followed by the user's first name, and then at fabricam.com. Solution. You convert all the mailboxes to shared mailboxes, and then you run the set mailbox complete, and specify the email address policy enabled $true parameter. Does this meet the goal? Your options are A. Yes. B. No. The correct answer is option A. Question number 4. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription. Several users report today that they cannot access email from their mobile device. They successfully accessed their email from the same device yesterday. You need to identify which mobile device access rule applies to the devices. Which command should you run? Your options are A. Get Active Sync Device Class. B. Get Active Sync Organization Settings. C. Get Mobile Device. D. Get Mobile Device Mailbox Policy. The correct answer is option C. Question number 5. You have a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant. All users are assigned only an Office 365 Enterprise E3 license. You need to ensure that the users can use only Microsoft Outlook to connect to their Microsoft 365 mailbox when they connect from an Android device. What should you create? Your options are A. A conditional access policy in Azure Active Directory. B. A data loss prevention policy. C. An app protection policy Microsoft Endpoint Manager. D. A connection filter policy in Exchange Online Protection. The correct answer is option D. And here is the explanation of the answer. Question number 6. You manage a hybrid deployment between Microsoft Exchange Online and on-premises Exchange Server 2019. The deployment contains a primary SMTP domain named contaso.com. Users have email addresses that use a syntax of firstname.lastname at contaso.com. A user named Ben Smith receives a new computer. You configure the computer to access Ben Smith's mailbox. Ben Smith reports that he cannot connect to his mailbox from the new computer. You verify that other users can connect successfully to their mailbox, and that new users can discover their mailboxes by using AutoDiscover. You need to ensure that Ben Smith can connect to his mailbox from the new computer. What should you do? Your options are A. Modify the primary SMTP address property Fox the mailbox of Ben Smith. B. Modify the remote routing address parameter for the mailbox of Ben Smith. C. Modify the email address of Ben Smith to use a syntax of lastname.firstname at contaso.com. D. Modify the email address of Ben Smith to use a syntax of firstname.lastname at contaso.onmicrosoft.com. The correct answer is option B. Question number 7. You have a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant that contains 1,000 user mailboxes and 10 mail-enabled users. The mail-enabled users have email addresses in two SMTP domains named fabricam.com and conaso.com. You need to convert the mail-enabled users into user mailboxes. What should you do first? Your options are: A. Remove the remote domains of fabricam.com and conaso.com. B. Assign a license to each user. C. Add the users to an Office 365 group. D. Modify the email forwarding settings of each user. The correct answer is option A. Question number 8. You have 1,000 user accounts that are each licensed for Microsoft 365. Each user account has a Microsoft Exchange Online mailbox. 10 of the user accounts are configured as service accounts for applications. The applications send event notifications to the mailboxes of the service accounts by using SMTP. The developers of each application have delegated access to the mailbox of their respective application. You need to ensure that all the event notifications sent by the applications are retained in the service account mailboxes so the new developers can review older notifications. The developers must be able to view only the notifications for their respective application. The solution must minimize licensing costs. What should you do? Your options are: A. Replace the service account mailboxes with a single user mailbox that contains journal rules. B. Replace the service account mailboxes with a mail-enabled group. C. Convert the service account mailboxes into shared mailboxes. D. Convert the service account mailboxes into mail-enabled users. The correct answer is option C. Question number 9. All the users in your company have Microsoft 365 mailboxes. Each user connects to Microsoft Exchange Online and OneDrive for Business from a personal computer that runs Windows 10. You need to ensure that the users can save attachments to OneDrive for Business, only when they connect to their mailbox from Outlook on the web. What should you create? Your options are: A. An Exchange Active Sync Device Access Rule. B. An App Protection Policy in Microsoft Endpoint Manager. C. An Outlook Web App Policy in Exchange Online. D. A Device Compliance Policy in Microsoft Endpoint Manager. The correct answer is option B. Question number 10. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization. A compliance manager plans to create retention policies for the mailboxes of executive users. The policies will move specific emails to an archive mailbox. You need to create an archive mailbox for each executive user. What should you do? Your options are: A. Run the set mailbox template. B. Enable and place archiving for each mailbox. C. Enable mailbox journaling. D. Run the new mailbox template. The correct answer is option B. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel.